Welcome everybody to 90 Day Fiance Fridays on a Monday night, so we can talk about Hunt for Love, the raccoon episode.
Yeah, that's the honorary episode name for episode 6, the raccoon episode, because we didn't know, but there is a cuck raccoon that likes to watch people have sex, and we saw it happen on a Hunt for Love. So this was crazy. This was so funny because I didn't notice it. And
Mhm.
somebody on Twitter reposted it, and I was like, "Look, I'm scanning the picture because I read the caption, and I'm like, where is there a raccoon in this picture?" And I'm looking for like a someone in, cut and paste a raccoon. There's an actual raccoon in the room, which is just crazy to me. So I'm wondering, did these villas have doors, or was it like open?
I don't.
It's usually open concept. I've seen them, and it's
Well,
just
with
like,
those big ass bugs, did you see how big those bugs?
Well,
Like,
yeah, let's stick with we'll get to the bugs. But did you see the kind of meme I made out of the raccoon picture?
wait.
wait, no.
I'll
Hold on.
send it to
Where
y'all.
did you post it on Twitter or Instagram?
Twitter.
Twitter
Okay.
is hard because my timeline is always flooded with
Mhm.
90 days.
Okay, well, I texted it and I put it in the Patreon chat.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm looking. I see it, I see it, I see it.
Yeah, yeah.
Groot. Oh my God, I love this. I love this.
Uh,
I love the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. So I love this.
True. No, and I'm scared though to put it on Instagram because doesn't Instagram sometimes not be a fan of implied nudity?
Yeah, Instagram is very like prude.
Yeah.
Like even if it's like blurred out, they still will try to take your post down.
Yeah.
Like you'll be reposting it from someone who already has it on Instagram and they'll get mad at you.
Yeah, so that may be a Twitter slash Patreon exclusive meme. I don't know.
So open concept villas is scary for me. Like Gina, I didn't realize that that's just outside. Cause I'm not a camper, right? There's people who they're like, oh, let's
oh,
go.
I don't do glamping. I don't do camping. I don't do glamping.
So
I
would you
do hoteling.
do an open concept resort like they're doing?
Well, I when I went to Mexico, I went to Puerto Vallarta years ago, and this was like, yeah. Anyways, like the only thing that opened was like a window type of thing, so it wasn't really open concept because it was my friend and I that went. But the bugs, I am telling you, the bugs, I had a huge mosquito bite on my lip. It looked like Shekinah lips. Like that's how big we're talking about. And
Oh
luckily there was
wow.
a doctor on the resort. I had like Angelina Jolie lips on the resort. And then my whole concern was, well, what if I had to come back and get an antihistamine shot or something? And he's just like, no, just keep icing it down. And I'm like,
Oh.
well, my whole concern is I want alcohol. He's like, don't drink the alcohol. Just put ice on it.
No
So
way.
I came back to see him, and then we were in the area of Punta Mita. I don't know if you remember where Rihanna went after the like abuse fight from Chris Brown when she went to PV. Anyways, that's in the same area. And then there was a doctor there, and then he's just like, just keep putting ice on it and have the swelling go down. So the swelling went down, and he's just like, I'm like, okay, what can I do now? And then I'm like, can I drink? That was like my whole concern. And he's like, yeah, you're good to go. You can drink. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to the bar. I'm getting some tequila.
So that's a nightmare. So what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
wondering is, do you think while they were hooking up that they noticed the raccoon? Like,
No,
do you think the raccoon tried to join in? Like, this is what I'm wondering. Like, did it jump on the bed and then they saw it and freaked out? Like, that's what was going through my mind. Because I was like, do you think the raccoon is gonna make himself known, or is he just gonna stand there and watch like Tim?
he's just
Right?
gonna stand there and watch like a
I
porno.
think the raccoon is gonna tickle Cole's balls.
See, that's what I was wondering. I was like, is the raccoon gonna try to get involved? Is it gonna just like be Tim and just watch from afar? Because I was like, what would your first reaction be if you're hooking up and you look over and there's a full size raccoon on the bed with you? I don't even know what I would.
Scream because I am petrified of raccoons. I would scream.
Yeah, I would be freaked the fuck out.
I would probably pass out. Yeah, like, and I don't even know if I would want to continue hooking up after that because if I'm scared of something, I'm not like turned on. So like, it will probably just be over at that point. I would probably get up, run out of the room, and not come back. Well, oh wait, I wouldn't be wearing anything. I'll get a blanket, run out of the room, and not. because I don't even like that. That whole thing was just insane to me because I was like, that's what I really wanted to know. Like, did the raccoon like jump on the bed and stop them, or did it just leave, or did it just watch until it was over? Like, I was just that was what I was really concerned about.
You think they're saving that for between the sheets or to show the raccoon picture?
That's probably where they're gonna explain because I'm assuming that it became known that there was a raccoon in the room, right? I feel like because a raccoon is massive, so even if it was like walking around the room, you would hear something in the room with you, right?
No, if you're making that much noise after a freaking romp fest there, no.
I mean, I guess you're right. That's just the whole thing was just crazy to me though. Like when I saw it, I was just like, see, now this is a whole nother level. Because I saw the big ass bugs and the big ass roaches, but then the raccoons in the room with you, that's the last straw. Like that's the last straw for me. I can't do that.
You'd be on the next plane ride out. You'd be like,
I
nope,
would
can't
be
do
on
it.
the next propeller plane. It doesn't even have to be a big one. Anything that would get me the hell out of there, I would be on there.
Maybe the doctor slash principal. Maybe she had a raccoon in her room. She's like, I'm leaving after this first week.
Oh, maybe that's after the first week. She also was in this episode, by the way. I saw her
Oh, you did?
for like a hot half of a second. I saw her.
She's like the Where's Waldo.
Yes. I recognized her, and by the time I recognized her, she was gone, and they never showed her again.
Yeah, Dr. Shelby.
She's like the one of those like magic eye books. If you remember, you'd have to like kind of look closely and the image will pop up.
Oh,
Yeah.
they do those on X on Facebook where they say if you squint your eyes, you can see a picture in the picture or whatever. Yeah, they do that shit. That's her.
True. So there's what else is there to talk about? So there's the Cole
There's a thruple. There's a thruple, right? Shabooty, there's a thruple on the show. And what's really weird about the thruple is they're all denying that they're in the thruple. Because clearly Jenn is banging both of them, right? Jenn is having her best time at this island. Because I was
Jen's having her hot girl summer. She's
yeah,
just like
she's having a hot girl summer. And I think what really bothered me, because Tiffany was kind of like slut shaming her and they're like, oh, we need to tell everyone. And I was like, see, I don't even think that that's right because everybody at that island is single, right? Like everybody is there, single, and they're ready to have a good time. When did hooking up become wrong? Right? If you're single, you're supposed to be able to hook up with whoever you want. Because they made it seem like, oh, she's playing you and she's telling you that she loves you, but she's banging other people. And I was like, she ain't never tell nobody she loved nobody. She was just having a good time. So I didn't really like how they were trying to slut shame her. They were like, oh, well, we need to put all of her business out there. Because I kind of feel like, because even Rob was like, no, we didn't hook up. We didn't even kiss. Because I was like, it's kind of her business to tell, not yours, you know?
but did you see how like with Raw, like with Tiffany, I know you're a fan of her, but it was all about her, like Jenn, like what Jenn did. What about Rob? What about what
That's
he
what I'm
did?
saying. They were slut shaming Jennifer as though she's worse for having sex than them. And it's like sex is sex and there's no degree on it. If like if a girl has sex or if a guy has sex, they had sex. It's not worse because she's a girl. That's what I was saying. Like I didn't like how they were slut shaming her because she was hooking up. I was like, if a guy hooks up, nobody judges the guy for hooking up with two girls in the same weekend. You know, no one judges him. But if a girl hooks up with two dudes in a weekend, y'all try to say she a hoe. That's kind of messed up. And for another woman to do it is even more messed up for me. Like, why are women slut shaming each other? Why can't women just be single and have a good time?
Like when they were talking to Cole and telling him like, hey, we think Jen banged Rob. But like to me, it was just like a more recent thought. But like, what did you like? So then when Cole went and talked to Rob, but why didn't Cole first go talk to Jen and ask her for the info?
That's true. He went straight to Rob's room and he kind of was like talking to Rob. Like, so in my mind, Cole was acting as though him and Jen are married, and Rob was the guy who was at his house fucking Jen while he was at work. Isn't that how you felt like that situation?
Like, but he was going out, yeah, like he was going at Rob, like Rob did something wrong. When if anybody was hoeing around, it was Jen. So you go talk to
Right.
Jen and they ask her for the real info.
Right. She's the one that was banging both of you. So if you're gonna be mad at anybody, you should be mad at her, not because she's banging you, but because she's banging somebody and not telling you the other person.
Everybody else in the freaking do it.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't know. It was just a weird vibe because Cole was acting like Rob was banging his wife, and he's like, "Cause you have any idea why I'm here? I think you know." I was like, "Why does this sound like you're confronting the pool boy who's banging your wife?" I was like, "This ain't your wife. She ain't got no ring on her finger. She can literally bang anybody she gets ready to bang, and if you don't like it, you don't have to bang her anymore." You know, like what the hell?
And it's annoying, like the way Cole speaks, it's like it annoys me because he kind of talks to you as if like you're in
A
like
child.
corporate setting or something. Like he talks
Yeah.
to you formally,
And
and
beneath
that's
him,
out of me.
he
Yeah,
talk
Oh,
like he doesn't talk to you on the same level. He's like, "Oh, you're beneath me."
he talks to people like he's the HR representative for your
exactly.
job, right? Do you get that vibe? Like he's like, do you understand why we can't do this in the workplace? Like he's the HR representative and you did something inappropriate at the Christmas party. That's how he's talking to you. And it's
Yeah.
like really condescending. It's really like arrogant.
Patronizing.
Yes, like he's like, do you get it? Do you get it? Like he's
Do
kind
you
of
understand the
right.
words that are coming out of my mouth?
That pisses me off too. Like when people you talk to me like I'm stupid, you're gonna piss me off. Right. And that's how he talks to everyone. It's not just girls, because he was talking to Rob the same way. He talks to everybody like they're stupid. And I don't like that. Like, don't talk to me like I don't comprehend. I can comprehend just fine. Right. Like, don't talk to me crazy.
Yeah, he talks like a fucking douchebag coworker of yours or something.
Yes. Like the person who thinks they're your boss, but they're not, y'all actually have the same position, but they just think that they're the boss. That's how he talks.
Exactly. That's a perfect synopsis of Cole. That's why I can't stand him.
I can't either. I really hate this dude. And it's really funny because I love to make fun of him at first, at the beginning of the show, but now I'm like, he's like douchebag enemy number one for me. I really can't stand this dude. He's like such an a-hole.
Yeah. And, there's a random aside. You know what I hate when I like start watching a show like 20 minutes. Like today I watched a little late, like 20 minutes late. And then anytime I watch a show late, people love to text me like what's happening in real time. And I'm like, can you not tell me like what's going on? You're spoiling it for me.
Wait, they text you like on your phone or on Twitter?
Just like on my phone, like people like internet friends will text me, but on my phone. But it's just like so when it's like Murphy. It's what's it called? Like not Murphy,
Murphy's Law.
Murphy's Law, I guess. Where if I'm watching a show like in real time, I don't get any texts. But if I'm like 20 minutes behind, I get millions of texts. Not millions, but some texts of what's happening in real time. And it always spoils it.
Oh, see, for me, it doesn't matter if it's real time or not. People just bother me.
Mm.
Like, I don't know why. The second I sit down to watch a show, people want to call me and text me and send me emails and then send me like a DocuSign document that they need right away. And it's just like, damn, I could be doing nothing for a whole hour. But the second I sit down to watch my show, I get all of this shit.
Yeah, and I got a bunch of DM, not a few DMs of like the raccoon photo and shit.
That was actually crazy though, because I didn't notice it. And then I had to examine the photo because I don't know why. I guess my eyes were drawn to the people banging on the bed. I didn't notice anything else. But I was like examining the photo and I was like, wait, that is a raccoon, like a full blown raccoon. And I was like, what the actual hell? That now I have to watch Between the Sheets because I know that they're gonna address it and I have to know the backstory. Now I have to.
True. And then what did you think of the segment when they were going over people's like social media profiles? So of course they start off with Tim so they could show his metrosexuality.
They weren't using current stuff though, because they showed Rob's, and that was Rob's social media from like 2016. Because those pictures have already resurfaced. I remember when they were coming out when people first found out that he was, doing the butt plug stuff. Those came out. But yeah, I mean, based on what they showed, I understood the exercise where they were like the person that you paint on social media and then the person that people meet in real life, they're gonna be different. Yeah, Rob did look like a douchebag on social media. Rob is like a junior douchebag in real life, but he looks like a senior douchebag on social media. So it is a little different, so I could get it. But for the most part, everybody was themselves. Right? Like I felt like the way that they portray themselves online, they still act kind of the same in person.
True. Yeah, and then I think I did a tweet and I was like, and I took a screenshot of one of Rob's social media photos from the show, and then I was like, somebody should Photoshop in the butt plug photo into this, picture carousel.
Would that have been hilarious if they would have used that, but like blurred out the butt
Or
plug?
yeah, if they did,
I would
if they
have
really did that on
died.
show.
would have dropped that. That would have been so funny, but no, that's not funny. But also, did we notice that Tim wanted the guys to do a push-up contest?
Yeah.
Yes.
He
What's
didn't
up with that? Like, I've never been at a gathering with a bunch of people, girls and guys, and I asked 3 dudes to do a push-up contest so I can watch. That's never happened. And then, oh, not only that, when they showed Rob's social media, Tim was like, "Oh, Rob is a really good-looking guy, and if I had the body on Rob on my body, I would take those pictures too, because he's just so hot." He's like, "But since I'm a totally straight man, I can say that." And
Yeah, whatever helps you sleep better at night, Tim.
I was
Whatever
like,
you say.
how many times do totally straight men have to say, "I'm a totally straight man"? Zero. Right? Zero. If you have to explain it to people on a daily basis, you're probably not totally straight. I'm just gonna put it out there. You probably not. How many times have we heard Tim say, "But I'm straight though. But I'm straight though. But I'm straight." If you're straight, you don't have to tell people every day. Just like if you're gay or bi or trans, you don't need to announce it to people. That's just what it is, and people will figure it out. But like the way that he announces being straight makes me realize that he's probably not. Because it's like I've never met any straight person who announced being straight as much as he does.
Yeah, he always prefaces everything gay. No homo though.
Well, right. He says something super, super gay, and then he's like, "But I'm straight, no homo, I'm straight." And it's
Well,
like,
yeah, I'm sure he would want to. I'm sure he would want to say no homo, but he's probably not allowed to say that on the show. But yeah.
oh yeah, I don't think you can say that on TV. You're right. But yeah, it's just hilarious because I was like, you got all these people, so you could play truth or dare, you could do whatever you want with these girls. You ask
Yeah,
the
you can
guys,
play Never Have I Ever, Truth or
right.
Dare, King's Cup. Like you have all these games, and
You get the
it's a
three
push.
buffest dudes in the area to do a push-up contest for you, and then you stand over them and watch.
It's
Like
not the gym. It is not the gym. I just like.
this was just crazy for me because I was like, if he's really trying to sell to me that he's not into cock, he's losing. Damn it, he's losing that battle like so bad.
Well, it depends. Yeah, or if the show is called Hunt for Shaft, he'd be winning the battle. I think.
Well, I feel like he's like number one leading. He was trying to kiss Cole in the one scene. This is like the third time he's called Rob hot.
Mhm.
I think back, he did it on Between the Sheets. He said it right in the beginning when he first met Rob. He's like, "Oh man, Rob's really hot. He's really good looking." Then tonight he was like, "Damn, look at these pictures of earlier 2000s Rob." Like I feel like Rob is definitely Tim's type.
Mhm.
Got a type, it's Rob. Like because he's not, he hasn't said anybody else was hot so far, right? This whole season. It's just Rob. He's been all over Rob this whole season.
Yeah.
What if Tim was the one who paid Rob for the $50 for the blow job?
No, it was $500.
Well, we're gonna go with 50
Well,
with
Rob said five.
that.
Rob said 5,000. Sophie said 500. Gina says 50. So we'll meet in the middle. But yeah, it could very well be. He said it was through social media through a DM. Tim could have DM'd Rob. A guy, all allegedly, by the way. Tim could have DM'd Rob and was like, "Hey, you're really, really hot. I would pay you this amount to blow you." And then Rob was like, "I don't even have a bathroom in my apartment. That sounds like a good idea." And then Sophie sees the DM, and then all hell breaks loose.
True. And then Tim says, "I'll get you on the show. Give me a little discount."
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
true too. They're like instead of
a
5%,
five a
let's do-
5% discount
yeah,
since
let's
we're
do
dealing with
1%.
fives.
I mean, I can see that. If Tim had the opportunity to blow him, he would blow him all night long. Like I'm just being real, he would blow him all night long. I would have to request help to get away from him.
Yeah, he would definitely be over Sophie by the time Tim was done.
Well, I think Rob was always over Sophie, but yeah. Oh, so
Like,
Colty had a girl in his room. It was Courtney, but it was still a girl, so it still counts. Courtney is still a girl. So I was very impressed with, and also Colty picked up with somebody tonight. Who was it? He was yelling at Jenn.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, he went off on Jenn, and he started like clapping his hands at her and like freaking out because he was like, "You're a liar," and basically saying that she was a whore, which I thought was a weird flex. I was like, "That's a weird flex. You're yelling at her because she hooked up with 2 dudes, and it doesn't involve you." right? So this isn't your issue. It's not your battle. And you're also vibing with Courtney. So you should be more worried about that. But he like flipped off on at Jen. And it was just a weird vibe, right? It was really odd because I was like, what does this have
Well,
to do?
maybe he's got a lot more because then the women will all look at him differently. Like, oh, he actually cares about women's feelings. Like, oh,
But
like he's clapping back at,
he was yelling at Jen though.
yeah, but like, because like, oh, he's actually sensitive, like, and like cares about other, like, cares about women. I think there's a little
No, it's
twisted.
hard to convince me you care about women if you yelling at them. Like that's a hard sell for me.
I don't
Like
know.
if you care about a woman, you wouldn't like be calling her a whore in front of the whole group because she exercised her right to be a single woman. Like I don't think that helps the situation at all.
Yeah,
But
they keep teasing like him re-injuring his leg, and it never happens.
Well, yeah,
Like,
they make it seem like it's gonna happen next week, but they've been doing that for the past 3 weeks.
yeah.
He might actually Shabooty make it almost to the end this season, right?
Mhm.
Like, he might actually make it to like the second to the last episode. They're just teasing it like he didn't.
Yeah, they keep teasing it. It annoys me because I thought it was good.
Doesn't him and Courtney have to hook up first?
I don't know. I know they hooked up when I say hook up, but I know they like linked up after the show was over.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, if they have to hook up first, then we got a ways to go. Because when she was in his room, but they were definitely not hooking up. So if we're waiting on them to hook up, we got a ways to go. But if they're just this is the extent of what happens, maybe it will be next week. Because I
Mhm.
mean, what really were we waiting to see with Colt anyway? Nothing substantial is going to happen with him.
Yeah, and then and then what about Usman when he talks to that white chick and he's like,
Oh,
"Can I buy you a ticket to Africa?"
yes.
Lagos.
Lagos. So yeah, he meets Nikki. She's cute, by the way. My first time seeing her ever on the entire freaking show. She just appeared tonight. And 5 seconds in, he was like, how have you been to Africa? And she's like, no, I've never really been out of the country. And he's like, if I buy you a ticket to Africa, and I was like, oh no, this doesn't sound like you're gonna harvest her organs at all. You met her like 5 seconds ago, and you're like, would you like to come to a third world country with me and not tell anyone you're there? Like, no, it doesn't sound like you're gonna sell her kidney for $15,000 at all, right?
Yeah, I guess that's like his go-to pickup line.
Well, I think he's used to macking on older women. And I've said this a million times. It doesn't take a lot to get an older woman's engine revving because a lot of times they're either married or divorced and they were with a man that wasn't sexually pleasing to them. That's usually when the older you get in marriage, they usually are not getting satisfied. So if a guy is like, it doesn't take a lot to get a woman turned on. So I think Usman is just so used to just showing them attention and pretending that he wants to be with them that it gets him going. So when he does it for a younger woman, the younger woman is like, huh, how about you ask me out on a date before you invite me to another country? Like, come on. Like, don't invite me to a country that's like 7,000 miles away and I just met
Yeah,
you like
before
five
you have
minutes.
to get like a malaria shot first, probably.
Right. Like, how about we go and have a drink first before you kidnap me? Like, let's have a fucking drink first.
And then I think in next they're teasing it, but in next week's episode, I guess like I'm trying to remember his name. I'm friends with him on social media, but there's one of the new customers that nobody knows who they are. I think Tiffany goes out with one of the new other guys.
Wait, is it the one with the mustache?
No, it's like the African American dude.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name, but I know exactly who you're talking about. He participated in the push-up challenge.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but yeah, he's been non-existent really. So he's gonna get his time to shine when him and Tiffany go on a date. Which Tiffany, she keeps saying she's vibing with the tattoo or the mustache guy, but I never seen them together. And then
Rocky.
yeah, with Rocky, and then she says she really likes Carlo, but it kind of doesn't look like they're doing anything but gossiping together. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know who's Tiffany is really into or not because she'll say she's into people and then nothing really comes of it. Wasn't she rubbing mud on Carlo last week, and then this week they were just gossiping about who Jenn was banging. It didn't seem like they were really trying to get to know each other anymore. So I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a Tiffany like none of the romances of Tiffany seem like they're anything's
Like,
growing
yeah.
out of it. The flame isn't really like.
Yeah, there's no legitimate shit going on. Tiffany is probably there just to have fun, have some drinks, a free vacation. She can leave her kids at home and have a good time. Because
A paid vacation because she's getting paid for it.
yeah, she's actually getting paid because allegedly from that email we got randomly from a non 90-day person on the show, they didn't get paid, but the 90-day people got paid. So she's making a decent profit while she's there too.
For real. So yeah, anything else we haven't talked about?
My new favorite word that I heard tonight from Chantel is hotivity.
Uh,
So from now on, whenever someone is doing something slutty, I'm gonna refer to it as hotivity
I
because
like co-activity.
yeah, I was like, damn, Chantel is always the words. Because remember when her mom, she came up with be bullshit repellent. And
Mm,
they're always coming up with words, and I was like, hotivity is like my new favorite word. So whenever we're talking about somebody doing something, whole behavior, we're
mhm.
gonna use the term hotivity, and we're gonna adopt that from Chantel.
True. All right. Any other people we haven't talked about or anything?
Looking through my notes, I think we covered all. This wasn't a Tom Cruise
Yeah.
episode.
It didn't really. It only inspired like 2 tweets out of me.
Wait, that's it too? I probably tweeted like 35 times, but you know me, it doesn't take much to inspire a tweet.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't tweet inspired for some reason.
I do
Elise,
have a question for you guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
that's okay.
So I think the first few episodes they were really good,
Mhm.
and now it's kind of like
Yeah.
me,
Yeah, I'm kind of like
me.
I'm losing my excitement for it.
Yeah, it is losing the um
Luster.
Momentum.
yeah, the momentum. You're right. The first episode was crazy, and then the second episode was good. Yeah, you're right. I think we kind of got what's the premature ejaculation situation because it was really, really intense the first few episodes, right? Like it was insanity, it was crazy. There were lies. There was Jen calling Tim a cook.
Fuck.
Cock. I can't say that word for some reason. And then and yeah, it kind of just really it just ended. Like nobody
It
was ready.
fizzled.
Yeah, the guy just ended it. He finished and nobody was ready for it to be over. So yeah, now we're just in like the aftermath. So I'm hoping that it picks up again because we're really early in the season for it to be getting boring. We're only on episode 6. There's probably like 13 or 14 episodes. So something has to happen, right?
Yeah, because I was debating even doing this podcast or not because there wasn't that much to talk about.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, Elise said that she was being called a whore and she didn't sleep with anyone this time. So I thought that was actually funny because she was like, people think I'm banging people, and it wasn't even me this time because she did bang somebody, but she was like, can I at least bang the person before you blame me? And I thought that was actually hilarious.
True. Well, I feel like we still did a decently long enough time, I think.
Should we mention the diss track or should we wait until Friday?
I feel like we
Wait
should
till
wait for it
Friday.
because at this point it's just a teaser, so there isn't even
Yeah, there's no actual video yet. So yeah, you're right. Maybe by the time Friday comes along, the actual video will be out and then we can actually talk about the video.
Oh, but then this is a Hunt for Love related. If you want to see if it's funny because I knew what was funny about it, but if you want to see a funny video of Colty, go to my Instagram at Shabooty.com and there's a funny video of Colty with a giant moose knuckle.
Oh, I saw that. So did he do like some sort of weight loss surgery? Was that like the vibe of that video?
I don't think surgery was the vibe of it, probably just like fitness, working out type shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
he didn't know what he was showing Chantel how to use the makeshift gym equipment in Mexico.
well, yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was like, so did he have the surgery? He did look a little smaller in the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a bad camel toe in the video too. It was very traumatizing. But I was just like, so what is this? Because what somebody did weight loss surgery and they did a video like that. Oh, Tiffany. Tiffany did a video. It was her and her doctor, and she was talking about the surgery. And I was like, this looks very familiar. So I wasn't sure if that's what that was.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was surgery, but it was just it was obviously a promo video in Brazil with Colty and the fitness guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'll have to take a look at that. Yeah, I
yeah, good,
saw it. That
good for Colt doing some fitness stuff because some people just get a shot or surgery and don't do none of that. You know, that's me. So good for Colty for doing that. And he got to be careful though. His leg and his knee is not his friend, so he got to be very careful.
True. And
yeah.
And then, okay, the final note, Lana in the chat, she says, I think Tim wants to be gay, but is afraid of being penetrated.
She's not wrong.
Okay, so what would you call that? I think in the gay world, you would call that a top.
Mhm.
Am I right? I think that's a top. The person that doesn't get penetrated but penetrates. That's so he could totally be gay. There's a whole thing for him in that world. It's called being a top. Maybe he doesn't know. I think he does. I think he does.
Hmm.
And then and then there's, yeah, he could be a top, like you said, or he could be like one of those gay couples where they literally just like wrestle and then blow each other, and that's it.
Oh, is that a thing? Oh yeah, he could totally do that. I mean, I don't know what he's so afraid of. Like everybody in the world thinks he's gay already. So if he really is, just live your best life and do whatever you want at this point because you've already been labeled, right? Like you've already been labeled. It's hard to even deny it because of the things that he says and the things that he does. It's like you clearly, and if he's not gay, he's bisexual or bi-curious, whatever you want to call it. He's interested in something other than vaginas, right? Like it's obvious, and I want him to live his best life and be himself, please, for God's sake, because you're not fooling anyone at all with this. I'm 100% straight thing that you're selling us. I ain't purchasing that.
All right, well, I think that concludes this episode. I'm gonna do my outro if that's cool.
Yes,
Thank you
Yep.
everybody for listening tonight. Fiance Fridays on
it's a Monday, y'all.
Monday. Happy Canada Day tomorrow.
Happy
Oh,
Canada Day.
happy Canada Day, Canada, Canadians.
And then happy early 4th of July to us and on Friday.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to get a hurricane. Don't remind me.
Okay. Well,
I
stay
know.
safe then.
I will.
Well, yeah, don't lose power because we have a podcast.
I know.
Yeah.
Last hurricane, I didn't lose power though, so I should be good.
True. All right, I'm going to end it on that note.
All right, peace out.
All right.
Peace
Good
out.
night, guys.